Hey guys, it's KJ48 and welcome to my brand new Let's Play for Rust Alpha. This is going to be Season 4 and this is going to be Episode 1, and let me just write that down. Okay, now we started the game in dark, but that's not going to be a problem because in editing I can actually make it a lot brighter. This server I'm playing on, I'm not going to mention the server, don't ask me for it. If you want to ask me for it, PM me on YouTube and I'll decide if I'm going to give it to you at that point. But if you're smart enough, you could figure it out. Anyway, this server is a PvP no sleeper instant craft server. Now, I like PvP and I like no sleeper. Those are must-haves. I'm not really a big fan of instant craft, but I'm going to, just play it because it actually makes the Let's Play a little bit easier. Because, let's face it, like the instant craft stuff you're not going to be seeing anyway, so it doesn't make any difference for the Let's Play. I'm going to be playing this Let's Play by myself, maybe with a partner, but no big raids like last season. And I'm going to use this beginning of this Let's Play as kind of a tutorial on, how to begin your game in Rust. Now, for those of you that don't know, Rust is an open world PvP, a little bit of survival. It's got some zombies in it, but it's mainly an open world PvP game where you could build structures and craft. And the main problem you're going to have is other players. Now, there's all kinds of things you can craft in this game. You can make buildings, you can craft yourself weapons, you can craft a lot of different stuff. And if you press tab, it brings up your inventory screen, your armor screen, and your crafting table. All right. Now you're only going to start off with a rock, some torches, and a bandage. Now bandages don't heal you, but if you get hit by something, you have a chance of bleeding, and if you start bleeding, you have to use the bandage or you will continue to bleed until you die. I think the bleeding actually does stop before you die now, but it's more damage you're taking than you want to be. So if you see the little bleeding icon over here, just know you want to use your bandages. And I know it says I'm cold. Oh, hold on. I don't really care if I die. It's not really that big of a deal. I know it says I'm cold. As far as I know, being cold only makes it so you don't regain hit points as fast. So I'm not really worried about that right now. So here's the crafting table. You start off with a bunch of recipes, but there's a lot more recipes out there you can find. And there's two ways of getting the recipes. There's research kits and there's blueprints. Now, I'm not going to get into the research kits right now, but I will talk about blueprints. Blueprints are basically just little pieces of paper, and if you find one, you study it, and then you know it forever. Now, if you get killed in this game, under any circumstances, there's another player. If you get killed in this game by another player, by a zombie, it doesn't matter. You drop all your stuff on the ground. And if you get killed by another player, they're probably going to take your stuff, and you're probably going to lose it all. But the nice thing about blueprints is, once you learn a recipe, you keep it no matter what, even if you die. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, you have two choices when you start this game. You can either start gathering resources. The resources you're going to be looking for is wood, rocks, and animals. There's certain animals in this game you want to go after early in the game. Some you want to stay away from. Bears and wolves, you want to stay away from bears and wolves, okay? But pigs are open season. You can try and kill deer, but they're pretty fast, so I wouldn't recommend bothering with deer. I would just look for pigs if I were you. Once you start getting weapons, you can start going after some of the other prey, but for the most part, you're going to want to go after, just start off by going after the pigs. Now, the first thing now you have a choice. You can either start gathering materials and start building your house, or you can do suicide missions into these radiated areas. Now, you can hear that little clicking, that little click, 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 that's radiation. And if you look on the bottom right-hand side, I actually have a thing of rads, which is slowly rising. Once your rads get to 500, you will start taking damage. And the idea of this is you're kind of on a suicide run here. You're not really... What you're doing is you're looking for blueprints. And, like, you see right there, sometimes there'll be little boxes on those things, and that's where you're going to get some blueprints from. Now, I'm not even going to bother harvesting that rock right there because I'm just looking for blueprints or anything else I can get my hands on. If I can get my hands on something really good, like a nice gun or something, I might try and run out of here and survive. But for the most part, this is a suicide mission. There we go. We got some metal fragments, and that's what the boxes look like. Now, I like to do this because I like to get some blueprints started before I really start settling down and building my base. And I have a certain spot I like to build my base, and it's nowhere near where I am right now. So honestly, I kind of prefer to get killed. Maybe I could spawn somewhere closer to where I want to build my base. So right now we are just going to check all these buildings. Right there is the hangar. Anywhere you see a building that doesn't look like it's player made, You see that wooden shack right there? That's a player-made building. All player-made buildings look the same. There's only two kinds. They can be made out of wood, or they can be made out of metal. And once you see them the first time, you'll know them every time, and it's not really a problem. There. Sorry, just setting my phone to vibrate so I don't... Oh, look at this. There's a pig. Alright, we want to kill this pig. Now, pigs drop a couple of really nice things that you can use. They drop food, which you need to live, and they also drop leather, which you're going to use to make your sleeping bag. I hope that's not too loud. Stop running away, you freaking pig. Ugh! Die! Alright, he ran through the wall. Now you're going to die. There he goes. Now, once you've got them down, you start harvesting them. You see on the right-hand side what I'm getting. I'm getting cloth. Cloth is good for two things. Cloth is good for a few things. But the two things you're going to need cloth for right away is clothes and a sleeping bag. In this game, when you die, you spawn at a random area throughout the world. And you basically, if you have a sleeping bag, then you'll spawn at that sleeping bag. Now, the sleeping bag is on a cooldown timer. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I know that like if you spawn at a sleeping bag and then you die quickly again, you won't be able to use that sleeping bag, and it'll make you spawn at a random location. Now, what people usually do is they put down multiple sleeping bags, so, you know, if they die too many times in a row, they'll still have backup sleeping bags in the same area. Just heard a gunshot. Now, Hello.
Oh shit, how many people?
Just one, friendly, fresh spawn. Alright, well, okay, I was just talking to people in game. If you want to talk to people in game, you hold down V, and that lets you talk to people in game. And basically what I told them is I'm a fresh spawn, I'm not any kind of threat, hopefully they won't kill me. Hello.
Hello.
I'm guessing this place is significantly camped. Alright, so, like I just said, I'm guessing this place is camped, so I'm going to get out of here. There's a lot of people here doing the same thing that I'm doing. They're just getting a bunch of stuff, and so be it. This is not where I'm going to live. This is a terrible place to live. As you can see, there's so many people around. I got a much better place to live, and you'll see when I get there. We're going to hit this rock right here. I'm thinking this is a somewhat friendly server. When I first logged on, there was only 15 people on, and I'm thinking it's somewhat friendly. The fact that I didn't just get killed is a good sign. So I'm going to actually harvest some stuff and assume that I'm not going to get slaughtered right away. And I think we'll actually just start heading up north. I'm going to grab this wood right here, and yeah, we'll grab all this wood. Why not? Like I said, I like to live in the north. I have a specific area I like to live, and, you know, trying to think of what else there is to say. I'm debating if I want to pause the video here, but, yeah, so basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit the rocks for a few different things. Rocks give you metal, they give you stone, and they give you sulfur. Sulfur is good for gunpowder. Metal is good for a lot of different things. Metal doors, guns, you know, you could think of the amount of things you can use metal for. And wood is good for building and stoking your fires. You can have fireplaces. Jesus, this guy's gonna kill me. Alright, I think this is my, hello. Please don't kill me.
Okay, I won't.
Thank you. Alright, somewhat friendly server. Normally, if you asked someone not to kill you, they would have just blasted you. That guy's running up to me in cloth, and he's got either a shotgun or some kind of rifle. Part of the problem is, if you're using a shotgun, basically there's 3 rifle-type games. Well, there's 3 rifle-type guns. Not really. Actually, let me rephrase that. There's 2 rifles. Actually, is an MP5 a rifle? I think it's a submachine gun. Well, anyway, there's a shotgun. Okay, let's go through all the guns. There's a pistol. There's a submachine gun. There's an M4. And there's an MP5. Now, the shotgun, the MP5, and the M4 all look like M4s. M4s are the strongest weapons in the game. They take 5.56 millimeter, I think. And, yeah, they're pretty much the go-to weapon. That's what you want to be using. The pistols, the shotguns, and the MP5s are more zombie slayers. You can see a zombie right there. Alright, now normally I would just go for more suicide runs in here, but to tell you the truth, I don't want to die, because I've got some pretty decent stuff. What I'm looking for is stone and wood, because I want to make a stone hatchet. The problem is, I don't want to be chased by anything. If a wolf chases me, I have to run. If a bear chases me, I have to run. If a zombie chases me, I have to run. They can all kill me, easily. And I thought I saw a wolf over here, but maybe I was mistaken. This is an instant craft server, which is, you know, like I said, I don't really like instant craft, but that's okay. Where do we go here? Stone hatchet. Craft. Now, normally this would take a certain amount of time, and the little crafting bar would have to fill up before it was done, but since this is instant craft, it's instant. Yeah, like I said, if I had my choice, I wouldn't do instant craft. I kind of feel it's a little, I don't know. I'm not really sure why. Like, I mean, if you think about it, the only thing you're taking out is downtime. But a lot of that downtime is interesting, because if you're out in the field, like crafting something out in the field, it's kind of nerve-wracking, because you're like, oh my god, is somebody gonna, like, you know, come at me or something and kill me while I'm trying to craft? But for the most part, 99% of this game, you're crafting in the safety of your own home. It's completely uneventful, and none of it matters. So I guess instant craft is probably decent for this Let's Play, but if I can find a non-instant craft server from next season, you know, next time I change servers, then I'll do that. Honestly, the instant crafting is probably really good for the Let's Play, because otherwise I'd just be like, alright, I'm going to craft this, and I'll pause the video and wait. You know, the crafting can get really high in this game. I kind of like half-craft servers, like where they cut the crafting time in half, so it's still some time, but it's not quite as much. Like if you're making ceilings for your house, the crafting takes forever. Alright, I'm getting off topic. Let's stay what we're talking about. So right now I'm just trying to gather as many materials as I can. Hopefully I'm not going to get killed, and I'm just basically heading north. I'm probably going to have to stop and cook my food fairly soon, because if you look on the bottom right hand side, I've got my hunger meter is 315, and it even has like a little hunger thing. I'm actually getting a bit hungry. This might be a good place to stop and cook. I don't want to cook out in the open, because you never know when somebody's going to come up and kill you. So let's just cook right here. So what you need to cook is you need food right here, raw chicken breast. Never eat it. If you eat it, you're going to be puking, and it's going to make you more hungry and sick. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a campfire, and that just tells you right here what it uses. Wood, 5 needed. I have 378. So I now have my campfire. You put it in your hotbar, and then you just put it down. I can put it right there. And then you mouse over it to where you get that little dot. There we go, where it says use, and you hold down the E button. Then you're going to get 2 options. While you're holding down E, you're going to get ignite and open. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to open it. You're going to split up your food so you can cook 3 at a time. It's got 5 pieces of wood in there. And then you're just going to hit E once, and it'll start cooking. Alright, so I'm trying to get my bearings. My house that I live on is actually close to the road. Well, where I want to live. It's actually going to be close to the road, so I'm going to stay on the road until I find my house. And I do know it's up north, and if I've got my bearings, and I don't know that I do, but if I do, I think that's north. There's one big mountain range in this game called, what do they call it? Mount Everest. Everest, get it? Clever, right? Anyway, that's where I'm heading, because my house is actually going to be by there. So, let's see how this food's going. Open. Alright, I'm going to let these cook once, and then I'm going to grab everything and head on out, and I'll cook again when it's nighttime. But I'm not going to make you sit through. Actually, it probably will be done pretty soon. I want to think of something to talk about while I'm doing. Okay, so right here we got the. Oh boy, never mind. Alright, let's get moving. I'll explain stuff at night, because I have to use my time wisely. And we can take that campfire with us if we knock it up with our hatchet, but it takes too long, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, this does look fairly this looks fairly that's what I'm looking for. Hold on, I'm trying to put stuff in order here. This area looks fairly recognizable. I don't think I'm actually quite far from where I want to live, but I kind of have an idea where I am. The server seems quite nice, and they seem it doesn't seem very populated, and the people that are here seem cool. So I'm not really that worried. This is actually a pretty good server to make a Let's Play on. So now I would Oh boy, we got a zombie. Okay, that guy's fighting a wolf. We'll leave him to it. Normally I would cut the video here, but I kind of want you to get an idea of the size of the world, and you know, and the layout, the feel, where the rocks are, how the rocks work, the road, stuff like that. So let's look in here. This has already been looted, so let's get on out of there. We'll check this place over here, although it's probably looted, but it's worth a look. I really don't want to get killed now, though, because I have a decent amount of stuff. So let's come on in here and look. Nothing there. This has all been looted. Makes me a little nervous that there might be someone around. But let's just take a look really quick. Alright. Nothing here. Let's get out of here. I'm trying to think. Oh, there's another thing in this game that there's airdrops. And basically the airdrops are a plane flies overhead and... Oh, look at that place. A plane flies overhead and drops down supplies, and it's the best loot you're going to get in the game, and it's a lot of it. So people like really fight over the airdrops. That's where I'll get into some action. Alright, now over here is a player-made house. You see how tall that thing is? I'm not going to go anywhere near it because I don't want to incite people to try and kill me. But, yeah, big house right there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so... I think we're getting close to where I want to build. Over there, over that little hill right there, that's Mount Everest. I think I have an idea where I am. I'm gonna come over this hill and see what I can see. If I am where I think I am, I'll keep recording. But if I'm not, I'm gonna stop the video until I find my area. Yeah, I think I still have a little ways to go. I'm gonna check these 2 more buildings, and then I'm gonna pause the video until I get to where I gotta go. It's a very hard. This is a very hard game to let's play. Ooh, there we go. A radiation helmet. That rad suit helmet that basically helps against the radiation I'm taking. And anyway, this is a really hard game to let's play because I'm not sure what to cut out and what not to. If you guys have any options, if you guys have anything to say about what I cut and what I don't, let me know in the comments. There, we got a flare. Alright, where am I? I know I'm close. Let me check my timer really quick. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video here. I'll come back when I'm at my spot. Alright, I'm back and I'm in my area and trying to decide where I want to build. I'm kind of debating on whether I want to build like more out of the way so nobody spots my place, but it'll be longer trips to get me the items I want, or if I want to build a little closer to the hot spots and risk, you know, being a target of raiders. I just asked in the chat if this is a friendly server, and they said no. At least one person said no, one person said I'm friendly, and I'm not really sure what to think, so I'm going to err on the side of caution and stay off the beaten path. We do have a bear down there, which is kind of a problem. You know what? I really should just get wood. The thing is, I want to start building my first home so I can store stuff there. And I'm going to need wood for that. And there's a lot of nodes around here, which bodes nicely. I'm hoping that most of the people are down south. And I'll have this whole area to myself. Or at least to myself and maybe a couple other people who know about it. There's a really nice area. But not a lot of people know about it. No, I don't know. People I know about it. There's usually people here, but not too many. It seems to be more populated down south most of the time. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this wood. I'm going to grab as much wood as we can. My house is going to be a 2x3 setup. So I'm actually trying to think. Honestly, the 2x3 setup is probably the best setup because you never want to put your stairs on top of each other. Because if you put stairs one right on top of the other, if they blow their way into that staircase, like if they blow up a couple walls or a couple doors and they get into your staircase and it's going all the way up to the top of your house, they have complete access at that point to your entire house without having to use any more C4. Never build your stairs straight up. It's the worst thing you could do, as from, you know, a raid standpoint. Yeah. Basically, what you want to do is you want to build. What you want to do is you want to build one staircase up, and then go on that second floor, and then like maybe down a hallway, and then another stairway up, and then down the hall again. It makes it so once they climb up that first stairs, they have to blow up a hole to get through a door, and then possibly another door to get to your second set of stairs. If you put all the stairs on top of each other, there's no doors separating them. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll show you what I mean when I'm building. So I don't know. I guess, you know what, a 2x2 would probably be best. Yeah, 2x2 would probably be best. I'm gonna do the 2x3. I know how to build it, and the only problem is it's kind of a big build, and you need a lot of materials for it. Oh, somebody lives out here. But I don't know. Now I could climb up in the hills and build up there, or I could build down here. If I build down here, I'm a target. You know, people will come by and try and get into my house, no doubt about it. But going up into those hills, it takes forever to get up there. I'm gonna try and get up to the hills, see if I can find an easier way up there, because usually it takes a long time to get up there and it's annoying. Oh, we got a couple houses down here. Nothing big. I probably could build down here. I'm not going to, though. Well, you know what? Even if they do come in and take all my stuff, who cares? They won't get my... It's a non-sleeper server, and they won't get my wood, which is the most important thing. The house is the most important thing. They could break down your door and take every single thing you own, and as long as that house is still intact, you could keep building up. The only thing is they can also build staircases. Oh, shit. Oh, this is not good. I'm gonna have to fight this dog. There's no way around it. This is gonna be a tough fight, too. Sounds like he's right on my ass. I'd like to outrun him. Let me see if I can outrun him. I could turn around and hit this guy with my hatchet and eventually kill him, but I'll be close to death myself, and it's kind of risky. But it doesn't sound like he's gonna... It doesn't sound like he's gonna stop. Oh, I think he stopped. Okay, so you can run them up. You can run them off. It just takes a while. Screw it. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm eating food as I'm hitting him, and food is giving me some health back. Not a lot of health, but some. I think it gives you like 5 health back, but every little bit counts. And my hunger meter, my food meter was not full. I purposely do not keep my food meter full. As a matter of fact, I keep my food meter as low as possible, because that way when I do get into fights and I need that health, I can eat the food and I'm not wasting it, if that makes any sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me anyway. I'm thinking I'm going to build down here. I think I'm going to build down here. You know, let's go for it. Screw it. If we get raided, we get raided, right? Let's just go ahead and... That wolf's too close. We can't have that wolf attacking. If that wolf attacks, we're in trouble. We should probably just start building right now. Actually, yeah, instant craft, I forgot. Okay, so when you want to craft something, there's a wooden shelter you can make that is just one big piece wooden shelter, but I always skip that, and I always go for the better structures. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to want to make wood planks. And now here's a trick. If you hold down Control and click the plus, if you click the plus, it'll make one wood plank at a time. If you hold down Control, it'll make all the wood planks you could possibly make. Now I don't want to use all my wood, so let's just make 85 wood planks. Now we're going to take those wood planks, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a wooden foundation. Then we're going to make 4 wooden pillars. We will make 2 doorways. You know what? Let's do this ballsy. Let's make. We're gonna need 6. We're gonna need 6 foundations. And this is not usually the way I would do things, but if I'm going to need 6 wooden foundations for my building anyway. Normally what I would make is one room with 2 doors. A door that come in and a door to go to the next part of my base. But I'm going to do this a little bit more risky, and I'm just going to make all the foundations at once. So let's go ahead and do that. Foundation, 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 foundation. All right, now we need those. We're gonna need a pillar at every part, every corner of each foundation. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 on each end. So that's 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah, so we're going to need 12 pillars. And 12 minus 4 is 8. So there we go. And now we can put up all our pillars. You got to put them in the corners. Now you can put pillars in the middle of a foundation, but don't do that. If you do it, you're going to ruin your foundation. Make sure the pillars are on the corners. Pillars cannot be destroyed. So you put them on every corner. Now it's every corner of each foundation. These 6 foundations are not one foundation. They're 6 individual foundations. So just make sure you put a pillar in each corner of each one. Alright, now I have a lot more building to do, and this video has been going on long enough, so I'm going to actually cut the video here, and we will continue building when I get back. So that's going to be it for episode 1, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Till then, take it easy.